Hey guys, so this is gonna be a little different because I have a little boy here who is desperately needing daddy time. I want to yell at my ex. So today's gonna be interesting because I'm having a lot of feelings. Really? Me have feelings? And the weirdest part of all of this is, I love my boy, is that I was disconnected from that whole life I had. It's like it never happened. And having this little guy here has brought it all back. And it's really weird. My hair looks like crap. I'm sorry, guys. But it's kind of like I spent yesterday like just this churn of feelings. And I didn't see my ex. Very glad at that. I got to see the house. Not happy about that. I got to see some of the plants that I planted 3 years ago. It would have been 3 years ago. That are looking really nice, and some things that look really crappy, and I'm wondering what the hell they were thinking. It's okay. But he hasn't done anything. So it's interesting to see. But walking into the house, and it was really weird to have this person who's taken over my life, my former life, and just standing there, and he's like, Wolfie runs out, walks out very slowly, stiffly, and he says, oh, he says, oh, never mind, he's not gonna go anywhere. And I pick him up, and he weighs like nothing. He's really skinny compared to how I remember him. And I just picked him up one hand, and he says, come on in, let me get Wolfie's stuff. And then he gave me dog food and 2 bowls. The 2 bowls are in the garbage. I bought these nice stainless steel ones that were like very inexpensive. But the enameled ones, the red enameled ones that we had bought for Wolfie, I don't even remember when or where they needed to go. There's a lot of things that needed to go. So I came home, and first off, he's in my arm the entire drive home. I kept having to move him so I could like drive. It was really fun. I forget that about him. But we get home, and it just like, he wandered around, got used to the place. It took him a while to drink water. I gave him treats, so he was happy. And he sat there and he started playing. And he was jumping around and really being active. And I chalked it up to being happy. I'm not sure if that's really what it is, but that's my hope. My hope is he's happy. He slept with me all last night. It was really cute. But yesterday it got to be like 1 o'clock. No, it got to be like 2 o'clock. And it was like somebody had punched me in the gut. And I couldn't think. It was all feel. It was all just pure feel. And it was like, it's still here a little bit, but it was the equivalent of the last 2 years disappearing and me being back to the stage where I feel like my life vanished. Something I care deeply about is gone. And I've not had to deal with that. Not for quite a while. So whatever barrier I'd put up between my feelings of loss at my life, the way I had built it up, being a husband, daddy, homeowner, just this litany of things that I had as titles. And now I am me. And I don't bear a lot of titles. I'm a quality engineer. I'm a YouTuber. I'm an Instagrammer. I'm a Twitterer, however you want to put all those. A little bit of a social influencer, but it's a mock title for me. I don't think I influence people. I know people listen to me. I don't know why. And we're all good. This is just me being feely. But what I really feel right now is just this deep sense of lostness. Like, I don't even know where. I used to have a home, and that was this place, this spot in the world. Now I have an apartment. An apartment is very fluid. And I could live with fluidity because, I've been doing things to make changes in my world. But unfortunately, where I'm at right now, sitting here with this little guy in my lap, is I feel not so much that I'm free, but that I'm just lost. And I had hoped by now to have found somebody to be sharing parts of my life with, like the vast majority of my life with. And that when I brought this guy home, or, then for Fen that he'd stayed with the ex, and the ex's boyfriend, who is allergic to him. Actually, I'm a little stuffed up too. There is something to this. He's a little bit of a bomb girl. But that I would have like myself in order, and I'm not in order. And it just felt like that came to me and presented itself. And there's all this nostalgia of just when I looked into this place that they had built together. They took what was once mine and turned it into something different. The family room, instead of having a couch and a TV, they had 2 chairs, the fireplace here, and 2 chairs here. These big chairs. And I looked at that and I was like, that's such a nicer way to do that. Huh. No TV. I didn't see a TV anyway. And it just opened up into the kitchen and looked a lot, I don't know. Whereas before it had been a couch, fireplace, couch, TV was over here. And I'd turn on the TV while I cooked. So I could watch. And he would sit on the couch and I would cook. And we would just watch TV and kind of chill. That's all gone. And it's good. It still lives. It lives here. But it hasn't had any oxygen for quite a while. And then yesterday it got oxygen. And it got a lot of oxygen. I got home at like 4:30 from my hike. And I just was like, I was still like freaking out. And around 6 o'clock, I said, actually it was 5 o'clock. I said, fuck it. Poured myself a big ass glass of vodka and Sprite Zero. And the little guy and I sat and watched a program on, of all things, it was a history podcast these people do, The Fall of Civilizations. I get to learn a lot about the Phoenicians and Carthage, and just being able to not think about the feels made me feel much better. So this morning I get up, get this, I went to bed at like, 9 o'clock. Woke up at 6, and the little guy was sleeping next to me on my weighted blanket, just right there next to me. And we got up and went to the bathroom, and then got back in bed and just laid there for a bit. And then I finally got up and started playing online with the little guy right where he is right now. This is how we are attached. It's like I'm not my own person. I'm the conveyance for His Majesty, Wulfgang the First. This was my life. Except there was a guy wandering through asking me what I was watching and if I needed anything. I said, I could use some pop. He says, why don't you get up and get your own? That dog is attached to your lap. Yes. He wasn't a bad person. We just weren't meant to be together anymore. His new guy seemed nice. That really bothered me too. What do? I have to find my spot again. I get knocked off my pillar. Not easy, not insurmountable. Not for me. Yesterday I said something, and it was, I'm stronger. What was it? It was, I wish I didn't need to be so strong. I wish that a lot. Yesterday I needed to talk to people, and the people I needed to talk to weren't available. So I had to be strong. I don't know where I find my strength. I think it's just from the base understanding that nobody's going to help me. Is that a true statement? No. No, it's not. Does it provide me any happiness in the world? No. Does it scare the shit out of me? A lot. I'm stronger than I need to be. So, I have a little guy here who likes to snore. He makes these cute little whimpering noises when he sleeps. And I have a mountain of debt that I need to pay off. And I don't know what I want to do with my life. And looking for a guy has not been rewarding. And I can tell Buckwood, the gay camping ground, is open because every app I have is guys saying, hey, you're really hot. And me going, what does it matter? What does my looks matter? What does my body matter? Because there's nobody out there that's taking any notice of me outside of this. Not that I'm advertising anything outside of that either, except here. There's a lot going on in my head. I'm sorry. Not really. I'm not really sorry. This is real. Kind of painful. And very real. And yesterday I didn't eat. I ate a little bit. Today I'm not hungry. I don't know what that means. I'm just not feeling I'm feeling too much churn to take care of things. That needs to calm down. Now my stomach's growling. Anyway, on that note, I want to go for a hike. I need to think. It's going to rain. It's supposed to rain around 1 o'clock, and right now it is 9 o'clock. So 3 hours, I could get my hike in. That's 9 miles. The little guy's just going to take a nap anyway. And then when I'm home, it'll be pouring. And we can just hunker down and maybe play a little bit. He hasn't gotten a lot of petting. I can tell. Oh, I love you guys. I love you, dude. Hurry it the fuck up.